I'm so quirky. I'm so quirky. I'm so funny. Hey. 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 Anyways, hey, what's up, guys? Sorry. So I got a new microphone and I love it. It's fun. It cost me $100. I do fear. Not because of the mic. This was $50. But I am a dumbass. I am actually a stupid fucking bitch. And I didn't realize I need this. I still don't know what it's called. But I bought one. It was also $50. Therefore, according to my calculations, it's $100. I spent $100 on this, so we could do this. Yeah, yay! I'm still learning. I don't know how to use it really. I guess just talking to a fucking dumbass. Anyways, hi. So to those who are new here, I have 2 albums that are currently out right now, but not 2 albums in total. Okay, anyways, so basically, before my debut album, Dial My Number, and my newest sophomore album that you should maybe go stream right now, Alive, Dead, Repeat, you're invited. I had 2 albums called Desecration and Pestilent, and a real bad album called Bellus Contrabellum. Which is unfortunately still on streaming services. There are some songs on that album that are okay, but for the most part, I don't look in its direction. I'll listen to 1 or 2 songs once in a blue moon from it and then call it a day, and that's it. Fun little factoid. Before those 2 albums, there were 2 EPs. Two of them. 2 EPs. Wow, hearing myself saying peas in my own ears, really not liking it. TBH, kind of fucking disgusting. Anyways, yeah, so I'm ranking them today. So the 4 ones that I will be ranking today, because I'm, once again, that bitch Bellus Contrabellum, fuck that bitch.
I know you was wrong for what you did.
What'd I do?
Basically, there is the second, which is the first EP. So there's the second, and then, which should be called the first. There's Weak, there's Desecration, and there's Pestilent, which I made over the course of 2019 to 2022. I released them from 2020 to 2022. In the course of 3 years, you all got 4 Parcher projects. So today I'm ranking the 4. For each project, I'm gonna say what I think is the best song and the worst song on the project, and just why I think that, because I fucking made it, so I can say that. Fuck you. So I'm gonna go from best to worst, because I really just want you all to be disappointed in me and feel the disappointment, as we go on and as we carry on, because it only gets more disappointing from the start to the finish. So what I'm ranking as the best project out of the 4, I'm gonna have to go with Pestilent as the number 1, which I know is so corny to rate, you know, the latest release as the best. However, that trend will not follow, I do promise. So Pestilent, I believe, is the best out of the four. Not because it's my personal favorite, it quite literally isn't. However, I do think out of the four, Pestilent has like the most potential to like be something greater. And maybe one day I have thought about like remastering, not even remastering, but also re-recording one of these projects, but I just haven't done it yet because I think, in my opinion, it's the best. It has the most cohesiveness in a weird way. Like if you play like the first track and then put it on shuffle, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? What the farty? This shit isn't cohesive at all. However, if you listen in order, I do swear there's like some cohesiveness to it. And throughout the entire album, I feel like the production is cohesive in its own like way. And yeah, I don't know. It also has one of just my favorite aesthetics album-wise. And I also really like the way I dropped it. I basically dropped it as a surprise album and said, hey guys, I have a surprise at the end of the week. I'll let you know. And most people are like, ooh, album announcement. And then I was like, hey bitch, here's the fucking album. And I posted on YouTube at like 11 o'clock. Hey guys, my album, it's out in 1 hour. Visually, it's cohesive, it's fun, sort of, and also depressing. But I don't know, I like something about it. It is one of my more personal projects, so I do like that aspect of it. As far as best and worst songs, are concerned, I really had to think about the best song because it was almost a tie between You'll See It All and Am I Too Late. However, I think I came to the conclusion it has to be Am I Too Late. It is my personal favorite, so maybe I'm being a little biased. I just feel like it has the most potential out of the entire album. It's fun, it's pop, but rock, and it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of fun. The production, like the instrumental, is super cute. And yeah, I like it a lot. It's fun. As far as the worst song is considered, I knew immediately, and it is Medieval Dancing. This song was such a fucking joke, to be honest. Like, I made it in all seriousness, but whenever I did make it, I was still, and this entire album's kind of like this, but I just didn't know how to write music. I still don't really, but the lyrics are so bad. However, whenever I listened to it back, like a year or two after I released it, I was listening to it with a friend, and I realized the entire song sounds like it's about sword fighting, specifically medieval dancing, if you will. And I know everyone loves a good penis pun. However, the fact that I wrote this entire song in all seriousness just to listen to it years later and be like, wow, this song sounds like it's about not only one two what the fuck? What the fuck was I thinking writing this? And how old was I? I was a minor! Oh my god! I was a minor! Ah! But genuinely, what the fuck was I thinking? I don't know. Like, it was this, oh my god, just looking back and thinking back, because I can think of the lyrics, but I just can't think of them like word for word, so I don't want to even try. But yeah, that's just, it's embarrassing. It's stupid. It's embarrassing. Ugly. Gross. Anyways, so I'm gonna go to the next project. My second favorite project out of all four has to be my debut EP, The Second, which I know it's kind of weird to like rank my first project so high. A lot of it does come just from like my personal you know, biases of it's my first, but something about the aesthetic of the album, or the EP I should say specifically, is like what makes it my favorite. And I actually made the cover art without Photoshop. I had a green screen and a dream. I had a green screen, and by green screen I mean green fabric I bought from Hobby Lobby, pink fluffy fabric I bought from Hobby Lobby, and I just put the green screen on my wall, the carpet on the floor obviously, and I got in like a praying position and recorded it. Obviously, I don't know why I'm saying it like this. I had my little fan on to make my hair go whew, and I took the shot with me on it, and then without me on it, threw it in Final Cut Pro, because I did have that at the time, and just like duplicated the carpet without me on it to make it look like a field of just pink fur basically. And I put the black smoke behind me, and just all on Final Cut Pro. None of it was Photoshop. So that I thought was kind of cool how I made it, but it was just not. No, it was really bad. It was just unconventional, but it turned out, in my opinion, I know everyone's gonna look at it and I'm probably gonna fucking put it in the video and be like, ew, this is like not good, but something about it, I don't know, it's just my first, so I have a place for it in my heart. But aesthetically I thought it was cool. The vibe I had going on I thought was nice, and the songs were okay. They were weirdly inconsistently consistent, if that makes any sense. It sort of reminds me of, like, not sound wise or genre wise or really anything, of Addison Rae's debut EP. Like, they all belong on the same project, they're just very different, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so quirky. But yeah, so the best song, if you were around during this time, you already fucking know, War Train. War Train was my debut song. It was like the golden standard really for me for quite some time. Like, I couldn't beat it down, weirdly enough, until I released Pestilent, which is crazy. My first EP and my second album, fourth project in total, crazy. But yeah, I don't know, I just personally, I don't like War Train that much. It's not my favorite, but it's something about it is really nostalgic to me, and I know I hear it so much different than you all do because I'm blinded by nostalgia in a way. But I do think for me it was really good at the time for the experience that I had. And the instrumental, it does kind of like, I spend so much time on that damn instrumental and that song in general, and just that EP in total. It was a long, I think it was more than a year, maybe a little, like a year, something like that, of me working on those 5 songs. So just that, it holds a little special place in my heart. It's cute. Now the fucking worst song on that album, weirdly enough, I released it the same day I released War Train, so War Train isn't even like my first debut, it's half of it, I guess. Update 10.25. The only reason I put the song so fucking low as like the worst song on the EP is because the song doesn't fucking work. If I wanted to remake it, I'd have to completely redo that shit, like from scratch. The only thing I would have is the chords, because when I made that song, I didn't know how music like actually worked. And I just thought y'all like recorded that shit at 120 all the time, and that's it. So I just started recording it and started looping stuff, and it wasn't at a 120 BPM. So if you know anything about music production, you can imagine what a fucking nightmare that would be in your DAW. So yeah, that's why it's the worst, because it technically is the worst. Technically. Moving on to the third project, we're getting into like the territory, is my sophomore EP, Weak. It's fucking weak. It's bad. It's not good. That shit is ass. Butt cheeks. Diarrhea squirting through butt cheeks. I do fear. It's not good. It's really, oh wow. There somehow is a good song on it. The best song I should say off the album, it's not that good, is Restricted. It got its little music video, did its thing, whatever. Also, let me just fucking take a break real quick to interrupt. This video is not supposed to be like self-deprecating and feel bad for me. These songs are good. I know they're fucking ass. I know these songs are shit. I know they're bad. So please do not take this in any way of like me trying to like get validation for these songs and like comments of stuff like that. I know they're bad. I hate them. I took them off streaming platforms for a reason. I believe most people grow as artists as they go on, and I feel like I have successfully done that, and I do like my past 2 albums a lot actually. So let me clock that shit right there, because that type of behavior is annoying as fuck. Anyways, so the best song, Restricted, yada yada yada. It's not that good. The music video was just like a bunch of 3D stuff I threw together. It was my first music video, so for the first music video, still kind of bad, but it's just, I don't know. It has, I feel like, the most potential out of all of them. And cute little fun fact, I actually not sampled it really, but the main instrument in it I sampled in an unreleased song that may or may not ever come out. I don't know what I'm doing with music right now, by the way. Don't know, no clue. I'm working on like 2 different albums, don't know what's going on really. So yeah. Just me while everyone is looking. Headlights reflect water off of my skin glistening. You need to see me. And now the worst song. The worst fucking song on planet Earth. Let me just clarify that right now. It's so bad that I played it for a record label company and they just died, like on impact. Yeah, that bad. No, in all seriousness, the song is called The Lesson. Sometimes I think, sometimes I wonder. I definitely learned a lesson or 2 by releasing it, because it's so fucking it's just so laughable. It's just not. It was trying really hard to be Blood Money by Poppy. I remember that being the biggest inspiration for this song. And since that instrumental is so industrial and well built and articulated so just perfectly, and I didn't know how to do any of that, it led to a fucking dumpster fire of just sounds, horribly written lyrics, and using sounds that I did not know how to properly mix and master. That is The Lesson. It's so girl. I will say though, while it is the worst song in this album or this EP, the other ones are almost as equally bad. So the song Destroy was a mess. It's kind of quiet actually. Electric was just here all over the place really. And then Weak was also a mess. Here's the gag though. Restricted was made in one day. One little day. I recorded it in my closet. And then I was like, you know what? What if I just like found songs? So I took Destroy, which I released just as a single by itself. It was not meant to ever go on like anything really, just a song. So I took Destroy, put it on the EP. I took Restricted, which was an experimental song that was too heavy for the album I was working on. And I put it on the EP. I was like, you know what if I just fucking found 3 songs? What if I just found 3 songs that don't match this album that I'm working on and put it on this dark, mysterious EP? And that's exactly what I did. I made Electric for a class project, and then I made The Lesson for the second, and it just didn't sound right for the project. And then I made Weak forever ago, like for an album before the second. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna record these songs all in one day. So why the fuck did I write 4 songs in one day? Record 4 songs in one day? mix and master them in one day and just drop them. It's crazy. What the fuck was I doing? I don't know. That project was so rushed. I feel like that's why it's so low, but not as low as the last project, which obviously my debut album, Desecration. This album, in my opinion, if there was like a top, there's so many albums out in the world, so it's kind of hard to like actually, put stuff out there. If there was like a top 500 worst albums of all time, and all of the albums were albums that were made with genuine intent and in all seriousness, okay, anyways, I feel like my album would be on that list. It was so f***ing bad from track 1 to track 13. Horrible. Just a lot of the album is thoughtless. It makes no sense whatsoever. The lyrics are dumb and recycled throughout the entire album. There's supposed to be a point and like a plot. It's supposed to be a concept album. It just fucking sucks. So you would never guess that. That's all I got. That's really the best. That's the nicest thing I can say about the album. Actually, you know what? No. The nicest thing I could say about the album is some of the instrumentals are okay. That's it. That's all I got. I do think this album is a clusterfuck of inspirations taken from songs, artists, and albums, and that there was little to no original thought placed behind this album. That to me is why Pestilent and the second are so high up, because to me those two projects are very original, and even the second I think is the most original out of all of them. So yeah, this album's just ass. There is a best and worst song in my opinion, the best being Song from Hell. For the longest time, it wasn't my personal favorite. However, the reason I would grade it as the best out of all of the songs is because there is an instrumental section. That's it. For like, I think 30 or 40 seconds, I finally shut the fuck up on this album and let instruments take over, which is the best part about the album. When I shut the hell up, that's it. It's like this really cool guitar piece or some bass. I think it's, to me, and like speaking now, I do think it still sounds kind of cool. It's okay, but yeah, God, that album's ass. And then the worst song, which, oh boy, that is hard to narrow it down to. Birth of Light. Am I supposed to be pleased? Change that I to be. This isn't just my issue. More like the butt of God's first shoes. I think the instrumental has the slightest bit of potential on the chorus. Anything else is boring. The vocals is what placed this track so low on my ranking, because holy fuck. Not only do I not know how to sing, didn't then, still don't. Since I didn't know how to sing, I just pitch shift my vocals. And for some songs that worked decent. For this one, not the case. Holy fuck, it was not the case. It's just so bad. Oh my god. I'm not in key. I'm not hitting a single note. I'm not holding a single note. It's just so unbelievably bad. I will only play a little bit of it. That's it. That's all you all are getting. And even then, I'm probably going to pick like what I deem as the best part of the song. And that's not much. That's not much at all. That's it. That's all I got. Thankfully. Thank God. Because they're just so bad. Those projects really, they're just not good. I wholeheartedly do not see myself releasing any of them in the current state they're in on streaming or CD. I have thought about doing a re-recording of Pestilent, but realistically, the only one I can see myself re-recording is the second. It's the first one. I already have like a really good visual idea of what I would do for it, cover wise, video wise, just everything. I already have like what I would want it to look and sound like. And it's also 5 songs. That's a lot cheaper than 10 of them. And Desecration will never see the light of day. If someone somehow leaks that shit, you're dead. You're dead. That's not a real threat. But I will fucking shit in your cereal. Shit in it. Cocoa Puffs, bitch. How about that? That's all I got. That is, I think, it. Also, if anyone wants to hit me up for a Labubu, please fucking do. I want a goddamn Labubu so bad. Oh my god. I want a Labubu. Subscribe to my channel. Listen to my new album, Live Dead Repeat. If you're not gonna give me a Labubu, stream my ass album. Thank you.